What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show, back with another video, and today we're talking about Hogwarts Legacy. So obviously, I'm not really fast on the news, so you've probably already heard that Hogwarts Legacy has been, technically delayed into 2022, so it's come out this year. But it did get delayed. I want to talk about Harry Potter as a whole. I want to talk about this game and why I was actually kind of excited for it. I want to talk about delays in general. So we're going to go ahead and get into the delay topic. I don't think really anybody is mad that the game got delayed. Now, I'm not saying this because people didn't want the game or people didn't like the aspect of the game, because I really did like the aspect of the game. I played like the Harry Potter game on like the Game Boy Advance or DS or something, or the Lego one. It's been a minute since I have actually jumped into the Harry Potter like series and franchise and stuff in terms of a video game. But I don't think people are mad with delays because obviously Cyberpunk has had the biggest blunder when it comes to delays. They delayed the game like 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 infinity times, and they still couldn't get the game right. So people were just like, yeah, delay that game as much as possible. People were asking for Cyberpunk, saying, like, we need Cyberpunk, we paid for it or whatever, like, hurry up and bring it. And not saying that was the reason why they released it in that state, but it's definitely a factor in the game that the game was rushed. The game should have came out at the end of 2021 if it was gonna be all those issues. But with that being said, I'm not talking about Cyberpunk no more. It's just that when you bring up the games like delays and stuff, you have to think about Cyberpunk, because they, like I said, they got delayed so many times. I think a lot of people don't really care about Hogwarts being delayed because, obviously you make the game better. Don't come out with all these glitches like other games. Make the game better, make the game full, make the game complete. So if they have to delay it to 2022, then do that, because that'll make the game intensely better. Alright, so now talking about like actual Hogwarts and Harry Potter. I watched about 4 of the Harry Potter movies. I'm a fan of Harry Potter, but just like on the low scale fan. Like, I don't really go back and watch the movies in my spare time or anything. I just kind of like, if it might be on TV, I might watch it. I'm a really big like fantasy fan and stuff, so I don't mind like stuff like that. I really do like the Harry Potter franchise. Like I said, I haven't played the Harry Potter game in forever. I can't even remember the last time I really played one, like really got down and played one. And I believe I want to say it was the start of the actual Lego Harry Potter one. I don't really know. I don't really remember. But I know the franchise is pretty big. I know that a lot of people do like it, as a really big following for sure, of like really diehard fans. So making this game, where I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they said it was set like in a prequel, making this game could be interesting, because I always felt like the idea of Harry Potter games could be interesting, because you deal with spells in that game, and spells are basically something that you learn. I want to say in that game, but if the game actually takes place in the show, it might be a little bit different. But the way this one actually looked, it actually looked like it didn't actually take place in the show. So, how would they go about making, if you learn spells and you got to remember the spells and stuff, like in some games they create like special mechanics and stuff where they can allow you to cast pretty much a spell, but you have to input the commands yourself. Let's say like it's something like how Final Fantasy 14 had, where it's like the ninjutsu. You guys probably don't know what I'm talking about, but it's kind of hard to explain. But they definitely could make it a very unique gameplay system, because you have to learn the spells in that game. I hope that the spells aren't just press R1 and you get a spell blast. It would actually be really cool if you can change some stuff together and create like different spells. Obviously it wouldn't be an infinite amount of spells that you can create, but just make like a whole different combinations of buttons you can press that actually would trigger whatever spell. Like maybe you go into like a certain mode where you're about to cast a spell or something, and it's like you gotta input certain commands, and certain commands make different spells, and once you learn the command you have to remember it or something, and that would be really interesting. I don't think it'll be anything like that though. Not saying it can't be done, but it seems really unlikely. I mentioned in another video recently how a lot of the games are made easier these days than games that were back in the day, normally because it's just a lot of people like to play like easier games. A lot of people now are really like casual gamers, and that's really cool, because me personally right now, I feel like I'm a casual gamer. I don't really get on the game that much. I do, but I make videos, I work all the time, so it's like, yeah, I don't really have the time to really just get on the game. So sometimes, yeah, I definitely like games to be easier. I can just go up there and enjoy myself and have a little bit of fun with an easy game. So let me say, let's talk about Hogwarts in general, like the last topic of this video. Now, I did technically just talk about Hogwarts, but I'm really just talking about everything in total, like the whole video. So, I mean, obviously, yeah, it got delayed. That's not too bad. They could delay it to 2023, because it's one of those games that you definitely would love to play, but you might forget about until the time being, because I honestly forgot about it until they actually mentioned that it was going to be delayed. Continue to delay, you know, make sure you'll have everything right by the time I actually buy that game. I don't want to have to try to go through the hassle of getting a refund like the other game I'm trying not to mention too much, because just simple fact, it's just like, you know, if you need more time for your game, take more time for your game. And the delay is not the end of the world. It just means that, you know, you get to clear some of that backlog a little bit. With that being said, though, guys, let me know down in the comments below how you feel about Hogwarts being delayed, and I'll see you guys next video.